What is up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today's episode is going to be episode 3 of my Summer Shred 2020 series. So we're going to kickstart this episode. It's not necessarily the most exciting thing, but for those of you that have been following my channel for a while now, you guys may or may not know that I've been having some issues with my groin and some like bloating, digestion issues. One of the things that we haven't really done yet, we've done MRI, CT scan. One of the things I'm going to be doing today is taking a urine test. A little bit awkward. I'm not going to like bring the camera, walk around, the doctor's office with the camera, obviously. That is something I have to get checked out just to be safe. I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong necessarily with my, quote, urology, if you want to say that, but might as well get it checked out, make sure everything's, functioning properly, and everything's working properly. Got meal number 1. It's pretty early in the morning, early-ish. It's about, was it like 9, Mom? Or like, what is it? Like 9-ish? Not like super early, it's like early-ish. But we got some eggs right here, meal number 1. Usually I would have like a carb source with that for the breakfast, but to replace the carb source, I replaced it with a little bit of fats with some assorted nuts just a few minutes ago. All right, folks, so we got the test done, and yeah, it was kind of weird. Not really too concerned about it, but might as well get it tested. Got blood taken as well, so yeah, hoping to get some of those results relatively soonish. Just curious. And we're gonna head over to Starbucks right now. Get maybe some pastries. Not really on my shredding diet, but that's all right. So that's for an update on like my weight and stuff. Right now I'm about at like 167, 168-ish. Probably losing about maybe like a pound-ish to maybe a little bit less a week. I'm trying to really work on slow weight loss and fat loss because I really don't want to drop weight quickly, because if I do that, a lot of that weight is going to be muscle. As for my little injury, non-injury thing, just to give you guys a brief rundown if you're new to the channel, over the last 8 months, I have been dealing with not a lot, but with some, mild to slight groin discomfort and issues. The initial thought was that I might have a potential small hernia, but I've had an MRI, a CT scan, I've seen a hernia specialist, a gastroenterologist, and basically one expert thinks I might have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Another thinks that I might have a small hernia, and then another thinks that like it's hip issues, and another thinks it's another would think it's a sports hernia. So basically, we really don't know at this point. It's not like a major thing, but the only alarming thing is that it hasn't gone away after 8 months. So I've learned to tolerate it a lot more now. Again, 8 months, a little bit alarming. These things should typically resolve within 6 months, but it is what it is. So here we are at Starbucks. What do I want? Let's see. All right, folks. So we got a cheese Danish warmed. A warmed cheese Danish. That's what we have today. Again, for those of you who are trying to get shredded for summer 2020, taste tests are not necessarily the thing that you want to do. A lot of unnecessary calories in this, but it's okay. Didn't really have a major cheat meal this week, so this is fine. So yeah, let's give this guy a taste. All right, official Starbucks review, here we go. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's definitely not on my summer 2020 shred diet for sure. Definitely not on there, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good for sure. All right, folks, so I took a little bit of a break from recording. Had a nice, really good nap. It was much needed. But with that said, I just kind of wanted to set out all the current supplements I'm taking for you guys, give you guys a little bit of an idea of what I am taking for this cut. All right, folks, so before I get into everything that I'm currently taking with regard to supplements, I do just want to preface this little segment by saying that none of these supplements are absolutely essential or absolutely critical. Obviously the most important thing is going to be diet and training with high intensity. Those are the two most important things. That, along with sleep and maybe hydration, will be, up there with importance. So I'm trying a couple of new things, and a couple of these things are some supplements that I've been using in the past that I have found to be very helpful for me. So don't just arbitrarily buy supplements. Make sure you do a little bit of your own research. And so yeah, let's get right into it. So the first one we got, and I'm gonna say that this is something that I am trying. It's a little bit new into my supplementation, and this is going to be probiotics. This is the Renew Life Ultimate Flora Probiotic Extra Care Go Pack. That's the one I'm trying right now. I'm not any kind of exercising any kind of brand loyalty right now with regard to probiotics. I'm just simply trying these out, as I have had a little bit of digestion issues. Lately, I've been dealing with a lot of bloating and a little bit of constipation. So I'm really hoping that taking probiotics and trying to be a little bit more mindful of my diet helps with that. You know, we'll see how it works. And we'll see how things go. In addition to that, for more digestive aid, I also have Papaya Enzymes. Now, this is not necessarily the same brand I've always taken, but this is the same kind of digestive enzyme that I've been taking for the last couple of years. And I'm not going to say it's like tremendously like, wow, everything goes just right through you and you just absorb all the nutrients. Not how it works. What it does do, however, is it does increase a little bit of those digestive enzymes in your stomach and gut to help you kind of facilitate the digestion process a little bit more quickly. It's just an extra boost. So if, say for example, if you have a very large meal and you take one after or right before that, I find it to be personally beneficial. Next one we got, very simple, very essential, simple, one a day. I will be honest, a lot of my meals are very bland, very basic. It's very high protein, probably not as many vegetables as I should need, and probably not as many fruits as I do need. So I find that taking a one a day or you know, a good multivitamin in general should suffice and help out with those micronutrients. Next up we have Isotope Whey Protein. I'm almost out. I'm going to have to get some more. Isotope Whey Protein by Redcon 1. This particular flavor is the vanilla protein powder, so these are really good. Only 130 calories, so it's good if you are on a low-calorie diet. And it does have, where's the protein? Oh, about 25 grams of protein, so that's a very good protein source. Take that after post-workout. Take it as a meal replacement. Things like that really helps out. So next up we have Micronized Creatine by Optimum Nutrition. Creatine in general, this is something that is naturally found in like red meats and things like that. And so don't think it's like, I hear a lot of people are like, is creatine a steroid? Like, is that like taking drugs? Like, the answer is no. Creatine is naturally found in red meat. So whenever you eat red meat, for example, you're ingesting creatine. It's just a very, very tiny dose. Now, by supplementing with creatine, what that does is it allows your body to use and recycle more ATP molecules, which are like your body's form of energy currency. So in doing so, it allows you to have a little bit more energy output during your workouts. Get that extra rep or two, get that extra 10 to 15 pounds. I just simply do 5 grams a day straight, and it's worked for me in the past. Now, there's a lot of issue regarding whether or not creatine will help you during a cut. It'll help you, yes, in the sense that it's going to add performance and, you know, performance benefits, and you're going to be a little bit fuller in the muscles because it'll help you retain some of that water in your muscles. And in addition to that, it's going to help you perform a little bit better in the gym. However, there is also a train of thought that because all this water retention is going on, that it's going to kind of make you look puffy and not as shredded and lean and stuff. I'm gonna be quite honest with you guys. When I did my prep, I did not really take creatine, so I was a very, very dry. However, I was also very, very kind of small. I wasn't full. My muscle bellies weren't full, and although I was diced, I didn't necessarily look like I was a bodybuilder. So I'm kind of trying this out. I'm not going to make any firm recommendations right now. I'm trying to see how creatine can be implemented into a kind of cutting and or contest prep routine. If you guys have any experience with that, go ahead and leave a comment down below. But yeah, we're going to try that out. Generally speaking, if you're not on any kind of cutting phase regardless and you don't have any kidney issues, creatine, you know, should be pretty good for you in terms of performance. So also we have some Optimum Nutrition Pro BCAAs. Has about 5 grams of glutamine in there as well. So glutamine is one of the more important amino acids in terms of muscular recovery. It's got a plethora of other amino acids, probably like leucine and all that. Let's see, yeah, leucine, isoleucine, valine, those are like the most important. It's got a 2:1:1 ratio BCAA blend. That's a very common blend to my knowledge. About 20 servings in that bad boy. And basically what I've been doing lately is I've been taking that intra workout and I've been kind of pushing a lot of the BCAAs, EAAs, glutamine type stuff during the cut process, especially because I am at a caloric deficit. It's mainly for a little bit of recovery purposes as well as you know, maintaining a little bit of more lean muscle tissue. All right, so next up we have Total War by Redcon 1. This is a very common pre-workout that I've been using over the last year. One of the I will say it was one of the most intense pre-workouts I've taken. But with that said, as of right now, pre-workout was my go-to is Total War. However, I am also taking a fat burner a stim fat burner, meaning it also has caffeine in it. And because of that, I'm kind of debating whether or not to kind of slowly dial back the pre-workout because there's such a large amount of caffeine in Total War, and combining that with, you know, a fat burner plus some coffee and all that, like it's probably not good to have that much caffeine. And that's going to kind of help me transition over to the fat burner I'm using right now. I'm using 2 fat burners right now. Kind of giving them a shot. Never really taken fat burners before. I just want to give it a shot, see how it works. So Total War, that's what I would use if I'm not taking a fat burner necessarily. But the one I am trying out right now, I'm not going to make any firm kind of recommendations. I've only been trying these for a few weeks now. Double Tap by Redcon One as well. Redcon One is one of my favorite brands. But Double Tap is their stim fat burner. It has, let's see, how much caffeine? It's got like 150 milligrams of caffeine, anhydrous, and then dicaffeine malate, like, let's see, what is it, like 100, 150. Yeah, that's almost, one serving of this is pretty similar to Total War, so it's almost like you're taking 2 scoops of Total War. But it also has other things like acetyl-carnitine, green tea extract. Green tea, I know, is like a natural fat burner. And so yeah, because I know I can get shredded without this, but I want to see if I can kind of push myself and get that little extra edge, you know, in a supplemental kind of way. And I did say I was taking another fat burner right now, and that's going to be Silencer by Redcon One as well. So this is their stim-free fat burner, and it does have acetyl-carnitine as well, which I know helps with the fat burning process. I wonder... No, it doesn't have green tea. But yeah, it's got a plethora of things. Again, I am trying these out. I'm not making any firm recommendations right now, but I do love Redcon One. I love their brand. And so yeah, we'll see how that works all together. For today's little pre-workout, I'm probably going to take one of those double taps, but I also got a little cup of coffee here as well. It's like not like a super, high dose of caffeine in this particular coffee. So in terms of me, I'm kind of used to the higher caffeine levels just because I haven't taken pre-workout for a while. But for you guys, if you are going to take a pre-workout or a fat burner, try with like a smaller kind of dose of it just to kind of assess your tolerance levels. That's my recommendation. But yeah, we just got some normal coffee right here. This one is actually kind of sweeter naturally, so I didn't put any creamer in it. But my recommendation is if you are on a cut, get some sugar-free creamer. Put in your coffee, put in your oats. It's more like 15 calories per tablespoon or something like that. So pretty convenient, and it tastes good, and it helps with cravings. So yeah, guys, I'm going to finish up this cup of coffee, and then I think we are going to hit a hamstring-focused leg session. So yeah, guys, let's go tear these hammies off the bone.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. terrified.
Alright folks, so that pretty much wraps up the workout. Again, a lot of this, for hamstring workouts especially, it's going to be a lot of time under tension. Because we don't have a lot of plates here, can't do heavy deadlifts, can't do heavy RDLs, so I am stuck with 75-pound dumbbells. Not the heaviest for me, so really focusing on manipulating things like time under tension, volume, rest pause sets, power sets, all those things. So yeah guys, especially with hamstrings, make sure to get that time under tension and mind muscle connection. It's absolutely critical for that. So with that said guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video very shortly, just 1 second, but before we do that, I'm gonna do a little bit of posing practice later tonight.